everyone, welcome to this video that is brought to you by IPMAT by LPT. Guys, in today's video, I am going to give you a strategy in terms of your VARC preparation for IPM Indore or other BB entrances that you might come in accordance with. Guys, understand one thing, that when you talk about your VARC preparation for IPMAT Indore, keep it as simple as possible without any much complex ideas, because I believe that if you stay true to your basics and you make it sure that you are working on the fundamentals of every section, I'm sure with a decent practice of, let's say, 8 to 12 months will actually enable you to understand that you are performing well in the section. In today's video, we are basically going to look at what is the VARC preparation module for you for the next 1 year or 9 months or so, right? It is basically in terms of understanding how you are supposed to deal with the VARC section. So I am going to keep it as simple as possible. I am going to keep it as basic as possible. No complex theories, no over complicated procedures, just making it sure that you work hard for next 1 year and make sure that you ace your VARC preparation. Guys, the first thing when you talk about VARC preparation is all about understanding the pattern of the VARC section or the entire exam that you are going to take. So what I tell students is understand, okay, so we talk about understand VARC format and weightage. So basically what happens here, you have 45 questions here, that is the approximate time here. Then you have got to be completed in 40 minutes. Just make sure that you understand the paper pattern well. Now you have first 4 for the correct answers, you have -1 for the incorrect one. For the non-MCQs, which is theta questions, you don't have a negative marking. Now when you talk about the VARC section, just understand one thing, there are 4 key areas when you talk about your verbal ability needs. So basically we talk about vocabulary. This is again important aspect of your entire VARC curriculum. Then you have grammar. Okay, so again these are the foundations to the language. Guys, please understand, for your VARC preparation, just make sure that you are working hard enough on these 2 key areas, because this will help you to master the other 2 as well. So apart from vocabulary and grammar, which forms the foundation of your VARC preparation, it's about reading comprehension and critical reasoning. So in some examinations you do have critical reasoning questions. For example, you have parajumble questions, you have paragraph completion. So basically what happens here is that critical reasoning is just a combination of language plus language. So when you talk about the overall VARC preparation, these are the 4 areas: vocabulary, grammar, RC and critical reasoning. I hope that is clear. Just keep this in mind. Next, we talk about the syllabus snapshot. So what is the kind of topics that we expect in your VARC preparation? So vocabulary has got synonyms, antonyms. Okay, these are the very common question types. Idioms, phrasal verbs. So yes, phrasal verbs have been making a recurrent appearance in the BB entrance examinations. Of course, you have contextual vocabulary questions, then you have analogies and word word substitution. Guys, please understand the entire scope of vocabulary is huge, but I tell students that no matter whatever is the question format, if you have worked recently, in your vocab preparations, I'm sure you will be able to ace those questions no matter what's the format. Same goes with grammar. So you have spotting the error questions, you have sentence correction questions. Again, the format could be anything. So you have correct sentence, incorrect sentence, correct usage. The questions of grammar can be asked in any format. They can be in the sense of correct sentence or incorrect sentence. It could be the sense of spotting the error or any other format. So just understand, no matter what is the format of the question, just make sure that you are gifted with and working hard on your grammar skills so that you are able to tackle the grammar questions. Then of course you have reading comprehension. So main idea questions, tone questions, inference questions, factual questions, specific detail questions. These are the wide variety of questions that you experience in reading comprehension. And of course for verbal and critical reasoning, you have parajumbles, para completion. This is with respect to IPM Indore, because you don't have many other critical reasoning questions. So basic questions that come is paragraph completion and parajumble questions. Although there are other BB entrance examinations where you do have critical reasoning, other topics that we will deal with into later. Let's talk about the next part. which is preparation strategy. So I'm going to give you a preparation strategy for your entire schedule. Let's look at what is the timeline and what are the daily habits. For the daily habits, just understand that there is phase 1, which is build concept clarity in vocabulary and grammar, establish a good reading habit. So I just tell students that when you start working on your VRC preparation, just make sure that you develop a good reading habit, because that will help you to deal with vocabulary also. It will help you with your grammar skills also. And if these two are taken care of, I believe that most of the verbal scenarios are handled in that situation. So make sure that for the phase 1, you work on your concept clarity and you build a good reading habit by reading newspapers or editorials or whatever you can have your access of reading. Then you talk about the phase 2, where you start practicing questions. So phase 2 would come after some time, because I believe you need to have a decent understanding and competence in VRC section in order to go to the phase 2. So phase 2 is topic wise practice. So you have contextual vocabulary questions, which is a part of vocabulary. So they might not give you the synonyms or antonyms questions, they might give you the contextual vocabulary questions. So once you have developed a decent vocabulary, it's important for you to also understand the question types that you have there. Then you have para-jumble questions, para completion, reading comprehension, sentence correction. It's all about that. If you have, made it sure that you are working on your basic skill sets, it's important to make sure that you also practice the question type. So if you are done with some chapters of grammar, it becomes important to practice some questions of grammar type, so that you understand how is the concept applied in a particular question. So theory is one aspect of your preparation, then you have practical questions, that is one aspect of your preparation. Then you talk about the phase 3, this would come later in your preparation cycle. So once you are done with the most of these syllabus part there in terms of VRC question types that you can encounter there, just make sure that you are taking enough topic tests. This could be taken after a topic is being completed, so you can take topic tests. Of course you can go for sectional would come later in the time, because I believe once you finish a certain level of your syllabus, only then you will be able to handle the sectional, because a sectional will have almost all the question types that you can encounter. And of course at the last you will also be dealing with the full length mock test. So once your preparation is in full swing, you will be making it sure that you write full length mocks, because that will help you to have a real life example in terms of how is the BBA examination typically in terms of IPM Indore paper. So what is the actual feel of the paper, that you will just encounter you in the sense that you learn to handle it quite well. Then we talk about the daily habits for effective preparation. Just keep this in mind. We'll quickly go to this. It says about reading, spend 45 minutes. So just make it sure when you're reading, you are spending 45 minutes. That's around 45 minutes to 1 hour for your everyday on editorials. Then non-fiction magazines aiming to diversify, so economics, arts, science, philosophy, humanities, technology, bodies. This is just to make sure that you are reading across the domain. Then for vocabulary, learn 10 to 15 words every single day. This has been my mantra for developing a powerful vocabulary. I always feel that if you are working on your vocabulary skills, make sure that you add 10-15 words daily, and you also make it sure that you revise it frequently, because if you don't revise it, probably you would have forgotten most of these words. Grammar is work on rule-based, usage-based grammatical concepts. So again, when it comes down to grammar, you have to go to the fundamentals. You have to study the rules of nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, and so on. And once you do that, you also have to make it sure that you're practicing enough questions so that you know how to apply those theoretical concepts into the questions. Then for your RC practice, attempt 2-3 passages every day from variety of topics, both direct and inference based questions. For your RC preparation, just make it sure that you are reading on everyday you are reading on an everyday basis, and making it sure that you are also practicing RCs every day, because that requires some level of competence in terms of how do you score in an RC. So make sure you are doing this, and if you follow these method for next 9-10 months, and I believe that you will have a decent comprehension and competence in the section that is VRC. Let's talk about the next part here, which is mock test and analysis, just not too very important here in terms of your initial preparation, but yes, once you are done with the preparation it becomes important. So begin with sectional test and start full length mock test after 6-8 weeks of your focused preparation. So I'm sure the sooner you start the better, but just make sure that you understand what is the pattern there and you have done some sufficient number of topics as well. Aim for 15-20 full mock. This is the aim in terms of the number that you can have in your mind. Mock at least 1 or 2 VRC only test per week. So if you are done with a certain topic, make sure that you take the topic test of that topic. So let's say you are done with adjectives, take a topic test on adjectives so that you understand how well you have understood the concept and are you ready to practice the questions. Then maintain an error journal, which is to say that identify the kind of mistakes that you are making so that you know how to avoid it next time. Classify mistakes on the basis of vocabulary gap. Is it that because of the word that you don't know you were not able to answer the question? Is it about the careless mistakes that you do when you are rushing or you're in the panic mode? You commit certain mistakes, which is often something which is happening gradually. So make sure that you identify that. Or is it time mismanagement? Some students face difficulty in the time they allocate per question. So it is important to know in what time frame do you deal with a question in that particular format. So that is also important. And track recurring patterns. So if you happen to find yourself in a stage that where you are committing the same mistake over and over again, let's say it is time management, so make sure that you don't spend or overspend, let's say 1 minute or 2 minutes for one particular VRC question. So this maintaining an error log of course helps you big time. Then of course analyze time spent per section. Of course you have 40 minutes for VRC. So target 1.2 minutes per VRC question. I told you that this is the time that you have. So 1.5 minutes can go up to that level also. Learn to skip difficult questions quickly. So don't get stuck with a question. Make sure that you are skipping a question, because I believe that when you are practicing these 45 questions in a span of 40 minutes, it becomes important not to get stuck with a question. So if you happen to find that you are stuck and you are overspending your time, then make sure that you leave that question and move on to the next one. And the final thoughts in terms of your preparation, well, VRC can be your scoring anchor. It can actually help you to scale up your score. So if you have got a strength in VRC, if let's say you have got an upper hand in VRC, it can be your base strength, and of course 30% improvement potential is again you can go for. So it will make up 100 percentile effort from your side that you are basically trying to figure out your strengths if you have got it in a VRC and you're also able to deal with it. So it can give you a high ROI, which is like it could scale up your score here because you can score better. Then you talk about a balanced approach, so strong VRC. So plus decent QA and MCQ questions can help you to ensure that you clear the cutoffs of your examination. So make sure that you are dealing with it. Then the last thing is stay consistent. Well, I always tell students that it's about making it sure that you do daily reading. It is the little habits that you have every single day. Vocab, mocks and review. So practice as many questions as you can, write as many mocks as possible, and when you are writing these mocks, just make it sure that you are also analyzing your mocks. That will help you to understand how do you fare in the VRC section. Well, when you talk about the final interpretations here, well, I believe that the last thing I can be telling you is that in terms of your VRC preparation for IP-MAT Indore, just keep it simple. Make sure you are consistent and you are doing things which your teachers ask you to do. Make sure you take enough sectional tests, make sure you take enough full length mock tests and analyze it well. That's all from my side, students. See you in my next video. Thank you so much.